Hello and welcome to another episode of Goa365 Story Behind the Story. I am Glenn Costa and with me are Francis Bab Coelho from UP. Francis Bab, welcome to our show. Trajan Bab De Mello, National Spokesman of the TMC. Trajan Bab, welcome to our show. Subhashish Bab Gawekar, our very own, our chief reporter. Subhashish Bab, welcome to our show. And last but not the least, Anish Bab Naik from the RGP, UZO as they call it. Now guys, as election is coming up, okay, now the government has been tom-tomming double engine, triple engine, four engine, development, X, Y, Z. Now you guys are, I think, in the opposition, at least, yes, in the opposition. The Congress was supposed to come, it did not come today, probably, I don't know, they were busy. So what do you think? Is this something that Goa it's going to be a thing next year? Again it's going to rain, again you guys going to keep quiet, you're going to do something about it, or you're going to say, okay, we'll discuss in the studio, go home and then have chai and like whatever, urak and kaju and sit in the balcony. What is this? Because it was chaos and the monsoon has just started. Francis Baba, you went through, you had a fight with the I don't know, CCP mayor and not mayor, councillor on MLA and all, because mud had gone into people's houses. Francis Baba, let's get into specifics now.
See, this BJP Sarkar, no, they keep on talking about double engine Sarkar.
And development.
But
are we seeing the development?
No, in Goa, we are definitely not seeing the development. Let me give you an example. See, the National Disaster Management Authority, right? They to implement on-ground responses, they have suggested, and they also formed a National Disaster Response Force.
NDRF, yes.
Right? They formed an NDRF, and they have told every state that they should start with at least small forces.
Yeah, SDRF is there in Goa.
When do we get to see that? When does that NDRF ever come out? SDRF, the state disaster.
We had after the Sindoor elections, we had a big thing, no?
That was a mock drill. In 42 years of my existence in Goa, that was the first time we saw a mock drill, and that too because there was some imminent this. But there is never other mock drill. Do you see the NDRF on a regular basis doing mock drills? We see the National Disaster Response Force in Delhi doing mock drills on a regular basis. Goya amka kenna disle ate. हे सिंदूर जाता म्हणून त्याच्या आधी इलो सिंदूर आमका काढपाक आणि फोटोवपाक ते मॉक ड्रिल केल्ले तेणी त्याच्या आधी एक केन्नाच दिसती पडना ओके another thing I'll tell you, the disaster management authorities responses when you call them up over here is that एका फोन कर तेका फोन कर एका फोन करू नाका तेका फोन करू नाका. This is the disaster management. Just before, what they do is meeting करता ते रवी बाबान म्हणला पळय तो चाय समोसा आसता मिटिंगाक फोटो सारखी येता पेपरार चीफ मिनिस्टर फोटो घालूंक लायता आनी बरो स्माइल दिता मिटिंग केली म्हणून मिटिंग केली समोसा हाडलो चाय पिलो घाला गेलो आफ्टर दॅट ते फोन सुद्धा कोण ते उखली ना दे हॅव गिवन नंबर्स फॉर ईच तिसवाडीचो नंबर हांवें लावन पळयला फोन ते उखलीच ना फोन उखलोच ना आनी संडे जाल्यार उखलीच ना ते म्हणजे संडे डिजास्टर जालो जाल्यार सगळ्यांनी मरपाचें. दिस इज द स्टेट ऑफ द डिजास्टर मॅनेजमेंट in the state of Goa. Now, what needs to be done and what I have been saying, warning systems. They are supposed to put tsunami warning systems. How many of the tsunami warning systems are in place and how many of them are working?
How many? Are there any in Goa?
There are supposed to be.
Are there?
Yeah, they were scheduled, they were, what do you call that, sanctioned. Whether they got put up or didn't get put up, we don't know.
I'll tell you a story about this little once you finish.
Next is critical infrastructure and audit. 2014, that Ruby residency in Kankona, that whole thing collapsed, right?
Yeah.
After that, what happened? 31 workers were crushed to death. That was in like 2014. After that, there was a VK Jha commission that was put. VK Jha commission said that town planners are to be blamed, government officials are to be blamed, municipal engineers are to be blamed, administrators are to be blamed, and they said local police was the prime accused, right? Nobody was held accountable. 10 out of the 11 accused were discharged without trial.
About disaster, not natural disaster. Yeah. Okay.
This is a proper man-made disaster.
Correct.
Without trial, they were discharged. BJP government, Parikar was there at that time. Nothing he did. He did zero. The BJP government then also did nothing. Today also is doing nothing. The judge himself said that we have to have some kind of, in the future of every 15 years, structural audit of buildings should happen. When was the last time they have done a structural audit of the dilapidated buildings? Forget about the judge said in the VK Jha Commission's recommendation said that you have to check structural audit of the buildings every 15 years. They have not done any of this. 2014, now we are in 2025, 11 years have passed. The government has done zero about it. All they do is they allow and give more disasters to happen. They give more, like they bring out new plans. Like for example, 17A was a law that was bought so that more hills could be cut on a case to case basis. म्हणजे हो दोंगर तुका कातरूंक जाय जाल्यार म्हाकडे हांव इतले पयशे दिता तो दोंगर कातो तेज्या सकला गांव आहा ते मोत्तले आनी काबार जातले.
That is known as suitcase to suitcase.
Sorry, suitcase to basis. They are giving permissions as per 17A, and whatever happens, nothing. There is no implementation on the ground at all.
And you know about that 17.2, just to tell you, the court asked to read it.
Yeah.
Now they have gone to the Supreme Court to say that the court has got no right,
Yeah.
that they can do whatever they want.
Yeah,
By the way, you're talking about disaster management. Let me tell you, now we are all patriotic Indians, right? We are very patriotic. Now I am also in the civil defense. I am the deputy thing. So we have been, they have meetings. Now it is a central mandated act that the collector is supposed to call us. We are in charge of civil defense and home guards. We are supposed to be called for the meetings. We are supposed to be informed. We are supposed to be, there are funds come, X, Y, Z. Where here? Nothing. Some meeting come, a letter comes, it goes. What the collector does and what the SCOPs do and where the budget goes, what happens, nobody knows. Now I have given myself personally, I have informed them that these disaster management people, Are Baba, in Haryana one announcement and like 1,000 people came. I said we will do on television, we will put you all to get civil defense people. Where? Ignore karo node tamar. We don't have sirens, working sirens properly. The West, this time for the mock drill, I was there, supposed to be patrolling in the middle of the sea. Those Wests are 1947 Wests, those big chunky ones, with that you can't even swim. Like, what disaster management, yeah?
You have to float in there.
You have to float. Who said Wests are supposed to be for your safety? Only, as you said, only thing which works is your fire brigade. That's because they are there day in, day out, everything, fire brigade. Now, why don't they involve the people? Yeah, the people are the ones affected. Why don't they involve the people? Why don't they involve society? And these guys, IAS officers come from Delhi. They don't even want to talk to you. They come like some holiday kutta. Gele parat.
See, that's another thing. If you talk about the transparent disaster planning, they don't have anything.
Planning,
if you talk about volunteers, let me give you an example of, say, for example, Germany and these.
India, why? You look at other states.
Yeah, let's look at Orissa.
Haryana,
Orissa has mitigated complete risk of. Orissa used to be cyclone prone every year.
Yeah.
Okay, the chief minister has formed a list of volunteers that go down to the village level. In each village, they had 10 standard students who are part of volunteers because those 10 standard students could message fast and text fast.
But that's a central mandated rule.
Yeah.
They have to do it. The collector is responsible and the deputy collectors are supposed to be.
Here in Goa, there is
commanders.
no volunteer force. And
there is a volunteer. Are Baba, there is. They are not getting involved. Only time when there is something from the center, have a mock drill, then they are called. Otherwise, nothing is being told to them. I am telling you, there is a volunteer force. We've been in this for 20 years, yaar. What are you talking?
So who's the volunteer force? Let's say who's the volunteer force?
Civil defense volunteer force is present in Goa.
When have they ever come out?
We have civil defense, whenever we have called, we've always come out. Even without planning, they are there on the streets. Home guards you see on the roads, they are there. But the collector and the collector, they don't call, they don't inform, they don't call for meetings, they don't do anything. There is a force and there are Goans willing to come out as civil defense volunteers. Who told you they are not? We are as patriotic as anybody from Haryana or Punjab here. This is absolute nonsense. But the administrator doesn't want us. I don't know why. Okay, sorry Trajan Bab, this we just diversion from a little bit of the topic because it's very irritating. I've been seeing this for 20 years here. What's going on? Trajan Bab,
See, every time we have been saying now, the disaster has taken place during these monsoons.
Okay, so you're saying disaster is taking place even non-monsoon.
This disaster is not taking place in the monsoon, it is taking place in the pre-monsoon showers.
Yeah, that's what. Correct.
Please understand this.
Yes.
By saying monsoon, you are giving a cover to the government that it can happen in the monsoon. In a pre-monsoon shower, this has happened. This disaster has not happened with the monsoon. Monsoon have declared when almost the disaster was receding.
Yeah.
Let us accept this. Okay. Now, see the guidelines of the disaster management is nowhere to be seen in action.
Nobody follows.
Nowhere it is to be seen in action. Everything is a post-mortem after the death, and after the whole thing is gone. Nobody comes, as he has pointed out. MLA comes, he says, I've never seen such a thing.
How can a master not see rains and flooding?
No.
What is this nonsense? Where
He
is
has
this guy,
never seen such a thing, as he has also pointed out.
busy with his
He has never been on the
superbikes
ground. He has never been on the ground, you see. So the question what we are trying to make is, this government, and again double engine, is not only Goa. See everywhere, in the pre-monsoon showers, everything got wiped out. Metro food station got wiped out. Can you imagine? Airports are, entire fountains are going. Passenger over that fountain is going, what is happening? So if this is the state of affairs, what are we talking about development? What is it? If development is not for the comfort of the people, then for whom is it?
Convenience. See, these highways is part of that golden quadrilateral which is all India. It's not meant for Goa
Highways have
specifically,
become
by
a
the way.
biggest disaster.
And the highways
as
in
he has
Goa.
pointed out, the retaining walls are made in such a way.
No,
that they are
what
collapsing.
highways are there in Goa? Yaar? Every 100 meters there are speed bumps, then there are 90-degree cross interaction. Last time we had a program, they had gone driving along North Goa. Look at those highways and look at our highways. Yaar. Why we are second-class citizens? What? Yeah, Subhashish Babu.
Yeah, so even now when we're talking now about the disaster management, we always kind of focus on the elected representatives of what their role is. But why are we not looking at the bureaucrats, the people who are getting a fixed salary every month, which is a very good paying salary job that they get?
Yes.
They
and
are
perks.
Exactly, they are being overlooked. They are the ones who live in that city, who actually travel, who are going around. I mean, ironically, as Rajan Bab said, the one in the Bapsa, where the government building started flooding, housed the PWD office. It housed the TCP.
It housed the deputy collector, the man.
Exactly.
PWD is supposed to do the maintenance.
The disaster management chief is sitting there for that area.
So they themselves, being officers in
And he's
charge
working
of
with
this
the raincoat.
thing, are the victims themselves over there now. So
Which
who
is
supposed to-
irony
joke,
irony
not
of
irony.
development
You're
of
being
Goa.
very soft on the-
Okay, we need to.
You are being very
we
soft on
need-
the government.
We need to go in for a small break. Wait for us on the other side. Keep watching. Welcome back. Yeah, Subhashish. Now I've been accused of being soft.
It's an irony, it's a joke.
It's an irony. You
It's
talk
such
about
a-
development.
You are,
It's a
can
sad-
you imagine?
it's
the
not-
deputy collector who is in charge of that area for the disaster is working under with the raincoat. His staff is working with umbrellas.
Who he wants to show now? His boss, which boss? The MLA or the PWD minister or the what,
He should have
revenue
come out
minister to
openly.
show that he's I'm working like I'll get. He'll probably get a bonus here.
He's working there.
Under an
He's
umbrella.
working under the roof which is totally leaking.
Correct, but he's working with an umbrella, so he wants a bonus.
He's not going to get a bonus.
So much. Sorry.
I feel
For
like,
this
see, this
interruption.
the flooding issue in Goa is like something that has been going on for years.
It's going to get worse because there are buildings happening in go to see even in South Goa has started, malls are coming up in the thing, Taligaon, there are huge buildings in the fields. Where is the water going to go, Subhashish?
Exactly. But the thing is, see, governments keep changing, but the bureaucracy, the actual people working don't change for years together. Like they're there
Until
for
they
decades.
retire.
They retire. So like if you get a job, when you're 23, you're going to be there for the next 30 years minimum. So these people are the ones, they're constant. Are they not seeing what is happening? They are the ones who actually get the job done. Who are the actual people to implement it.
Supposed to.
Supposed to. So is it that is our system that fragile that if there is no one telling someone to do something, no one does anything? That if I don't tell someone to take this pen and keep it here, that pen will rot there till the end of time.
I don't know. You have to answer that question.
I want to counter what he's saying. See, the
You want to counter? Okay.
the bureaucracy, has been treated and mistreated, Subhashish, so badly.
So why do Goa'S want government jobs if they have been mistreated? Look at the lines, look at the amounts being paid as grease money, as sagwa to get into government. Why do you want to do government? Do business,
There
go
are-
somewhere.
there are
Either government or
officers-
go to UK.
There are officers who are doing some work, they get transferred. If he is working, his wife and kids are working and they are all in Panjim and he gets transferred to Kankon and he has to come back every day or he has to shift his kids, then from there he gets transferred back to somewhere in Pernem. That person's life has become a royal mess.
Then why does everybody go for government jobs? Anish Bab, what is the scene here? We are going to, is it going to be सारखे सौदांचे जावपाचे आमकां? This is everyday story. This is going to be floods, rains, highways. What?
No, आता if we see the root cause of it, as per my assessment, आता हे जे rampant hill cutting जाता or land filling जाता, ताका लागून मागीर आमी land during the monsoons or pre-monsoons as we mentioned, ते landslides जातात, जावं waterlogging and the other issues. So problem म्हणजे कितें आसा, the most of the MLAs today or the politicians are into land dealing or into the business related to land. So आता कितें जाता, even last time also we spoke about the regional plan. आता तेंच्यांनी जे प्रपोज रोड दाखयला 20-25 meters 15 हे कोणा खातीर, आमच्या खातीर काय नाही आहे, ओनली बिकॉज आता ते हिल कटिंग जाले फाल्यां एज पर द TCP गायडलायन्स आता डिपेंडिंग ऑन द प्रोजेक्ट दे रिक्वायर दॅट रोड 6 meter 8 meter 10 meter 12 meter 15 meter तांकां लागून हे रोड जाता आणि तेंच्यांनी ते बॅकडोर वॉट एवर दे डू ते कितें सेटिंग करून दे गेट ऑल द परमिशन मागीर तूं कोर्टान वच कितें वच एंड कांय जायना तेजें. इवन वी हॅव सीन द रिसंट काबुलीम केस. सो कितें जाता मागीर आतां जेन्ना तेका आतां हे स्पेशली अफेक्ट कोणाक जाता, आमचे लोकल गोवन्स जे तेंचे जे घरां सकयल आसा, स्पेशली गोंयकारान सगळ्यांनी समजून घेवपाक जाय, बिकॉज मॅक्झिमम गोंयकारांची घरां आसा ते ओल्ड आसा, एन्सेस्ट्रियल हावजीस आसा, तांकां ते एज पर आतांचे गायडलायन्स सगळी तेची परमिशन आसा तशी ना मोस्ट ऑफ द हावजीस इन द विलेजीस ऑर इवन इन द अर्बन,
बिकॉज इट्स अ हेडेक टू गो टू
करेक्ट. आतां कितें जाता, आतां जेन्ना ते
प्रॉब्लेम भायल्यांक काय प्रॉब्लेम
एक्झॅक्टली आतां ते जेन्ना आतां येदो व्हडलो प्रोजेक्ट येता, मेगा प्रोजेक्ट येता, जावं हिल कटिंग जावन ते पावस पडलो फाल्यां मॉन्सून स्टार्ट जाले, वॉटर वोंट वेट फॉर एनी वन, इट वील फायंड इट्स वे. ते मागीर जेन्ना गांवांत सकयल पावता आनी आमचे जेन्ना आतां लोकांक जेन्ना येता आनी फाल्यां कितें जातले प्रॉब्लेम हेतूर, फाल्यां जर आतां कोणाक कितें हें जालो, कोणाचें कितें डॅमेज जाली वॉट एवर दे गेट अफेक्टेड, फाल्यां जे इवन दे गो फॉर कंपेन्सेशन दे कांट गेट बिकॉज ते म्हणटले आनी गव्हर्मेंट इज ऑलरेडी सेइंग दे आर इल्लीगल. तेकाच लागून हेका सोल्युशन वी हॅव टू थिंक. आतां कितें हे जाले ते जाले, आतां रिसंट इवन सम MLAs मेड द स्टेटमेंट दॅट पावस बेगीन येयलो. अरे पावस आतां वॉट एवर द प्री मॉन्सून वॉट एवर इट इज दे आर सेइंग दॅट बेगीन आयलो म्हणजे आतां नेक्स्ट टायम आतां पावसाक म्हाका दिसता मे बी हेंची NOC घेवन येवचो पडटलो, बाबा तुमचे जाला रेडी जाल्यार आपूण येता म्हणून.
What are the solutions?
It's either top down or a down up approach. Either the political willpower changes, the governance, the elected representatives change their mindset, or the
But they make correct noises, but nothing seems to be happening, right?
yeah, I mean that is obvious for any given thing that happens in like politics nowadays. Or the other approach is where the people from the ground up actually start asking for changes, like no, this has to happen, my house was affected last time, or the people start questioning people in bureaucracies. It has to work either one way, either from top or from down, because we have the rules, we know what has to be done, the systems are there in place, it just has to be followed and implemented. That's it. It's not like we are lacking major knowledge about okay, what is monsoon, we don't know what is monsoon, where it floods and stuff like that. We know everything, it is just a question of doing it. That is all, that is the problem which we are lacking right now.
Yeah, Trajan Bab.
Every time you have been asking for a solution.
Yeah, I'm asking. End is always like we have to give some solution.
The solution is the whole conclusion. What I have understood is that all this disaster is happening was the misgovernance, and the people of this state has a opportunity every 5 years once. 2027, will the people awaken? Is number one. Is the opposition functioning?
This is more important.
Is the opposition functioning to create confidence in the voter that we are an alternative? Or is the voter being yes or ek? Because we have shown you get elected, they go that side. Then there are strategic alliances within the. You may not be like Congress, Gada's gone that side. There are others very smart who are playing from this side. So this all is being watched. Question, I still believe that the opposition is not able to create or has to work to create confidence in the people that we could be a better alternative.
See, also opposition build confidence is one thing, but is the opposition behaving like an
That's what I'm
opposition?
asking.
Yeah. Besides,
The confidence has to be created in the voter. No?
people, besides the number of politicians which I can count on one hand, who are the people taking up the issues which showing a mirror to the government?
Therefore,
who are the people?
therefore, people have no alternative. This is the problem.
Yeah, but that is the problem, is that the opposition should think about it.
That
Are
is what
they
I said.
aware of it?
That is what I said.
Yeah.
That we have to create that
See, the
confidence.
media is
Which we are,
the media is showing.
which we
that
are,
you
no, but
see
Glenn,
Goa,
I am doing
you
it on a
see
regular basis.
all
There are
this-
people who are doing
No,
it.
you are doing it, I am doing it.
Yeah,
he
I
is
said
doing
on
it, you got
one
the point.
finger.
Yes.
I said on one finger. I never said there's no. I said on one finger. But see, it's not the
One finger
job
is only
of.
one person.
No, there are five.
One
Sorry,
finger is
one
not
hand.
palm.
My apologies. One hand. So my point is, see, it's not the job of the media to be an opposition.
No.
We can.
But media is doing a
highlight
good
issues.
job today.
Yeah,
it's doing
but
a good job.
why is it? My point is, why is it the media has to do? Like you see in Goa takes up so many accident issues, Prudent takes up, we take up, all over, we are doing whatever it might be, whatever. And it's very easy to bash the media. Like Govind Gowde said, unfortunately Govind Gowde should know that today everything is recorded. It was not like once upon a time said, nah, I misquoted. It happened to me when I was in print. Good na. Fortunately, I was also recorded. But the point is, you have to, it's not our job. It is the job of the opposition, the principal opposition, the secondary opposition, the third opposition, fourth, whatever. But opposition is opposition. Don't you think? Anish Bab?
So that as you asked,
Don't you think it's your job to take up the issues?
Correct, and we are taking the issues. But having said that, the solution, the upcoming elections, hardly we are not even 2 years for the next assembly elections. तेन्ना लोकांनी चिंतपाक जाय. पळय आतां we have discussed a lot in both the parts today. But कितें आसा आतां जे most of this root cause is this migrant influx. So as आतां carrying capacity of Goa is already it's over. आनी हे तांकां अकोमोडेट करपाक आतां हिल कटींग आतां मेळटा थंय ते आतां तेका लागून सगळे प्रॉब्लम जाता आतां फ्लडिंग जालें जावं वॉट एवर इट इज अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट इशू आसतलो ऑर देर म्हाका दिसता आनीक 5-6 पार्ट केल्यार सुद्दां ते इफ यू गो इन टू द डिटेल्स ते काबार जावपाचें ना सो तेका लागून सो आय एम जस्ट सेइंग दॅट वी हॅव टू थिंक अंटील एंड अनलेस हे दिल्ली पार्टीज जेन्ना गोवा गव्हर्न करतले एंड फ्रॉम द हाय कमांड जेन्ना मेरेन तांकां एक कमांड येतलो त्या मेरेन गोंयची हीच परिस्थिती सो गोंयकारांक चिंतपाक जाय की फुडें आतां कितें करपाचें तें तुमकां जर तुमचें आतां आसा तें गोंय कितें उरलां तें सांबाळपाक जाय फॉर द नेक्स्ट जनरेशन यू हॅव टू वोट वायजली इन 2027.
Okay, let's not get into the political discussion here. We will take it. I know, but you will end up for the next half an hour. We will discuss this. We are starting political.
2 minutes.
10 seconds if you want.
He said that Delhi party at the high command and all that. Can he point out a single regional party that they did something for Goans?
Okay.
All flop.
Okay, wait. Now we will. I knew this. Just wait. We will have this.
I can respond to this now.
No.
I am not even going to get there.
This is over. This discussion was about disaster management.
This discussion is about the disaster management
Exactly.
plan.
Let us
The
stick
disaster
to-
management plan the BJP Sarkar has to implement.
Correct.
Whether it's an outside party in the opposition or inside party. Disaster management 2024 Pramod Sawantan ye kela. Publish केला and it's not even available in the print in the publishing
so
house.
Let's keep this
Implementation so print करून लोकांक तरी दिया plan.
But one suggestion I would give to all the ending. Now we are over with disaster management since RG and TMC like started the 2027 elections. Now only next time we will start this political year. So I just want to say one thing. Listen, you cannot fight the BJP separate. You all are gone. Don't even think about it. If you want to fight, it's like Indira Gandhi. Indira Gandhi only the joint opposition could fight. This is Prime Minister Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah. You cannot fight separate. You're gone. You now only give up. If you want to fight, think of some plan where you can do it together. Otherwise, give it up. Red, white flags, and we'll discuss after 27 election, which we will be live, and you will see what the results are. Anyway, this is about disaster management, and this is about the chaos that Goa faced in the pre-monsoons, and now the monsoons are starting. So hopefully, I don't know how, but hopefully, at least the SDRF and the collectors can wake up and get out from their AC offices and their bungalows in Altin and go and sit in the villages and see what exactly is going on outside the fields and take care of Goa. Leave the Goans aside. They have got mouths and they have got hands. I am talking about Goa. Take care of Goa. This is Glenn Costa coming to you from Story Behind the Story. Keep watching.